can you put on the audio recorder, please? I need to do my daily log.
Day 6 of my spacewalk series. I went outside my spaceship and I began to think what it would be like if space itself was all white and the stars appeared like black little dots instead of white little dots. Then I thought it was a preposterous idea and I moved back inside.
That is all. Do you have that recorded? Thank you.
And hello once again, everyone. It's so good of you to join me once again on this history of prominent astronomers. Now, today we are going to talk about Arthur Eddington. Arthur Eddington. You might not know him, but trust me, after this little lecture, you will remember him. He's from my home country, England. Let's go ahead and see what my lovely computer has gathered for us in terms of data. Now, Arthur Eddington was born in Kendal, in the United Kingdom on December 28th, 1882. And throughout his life, he made several accomplishments in astronomy, mathematics, and in physics. Now, Eddington's father, acting as a school headmaster, was highly educated and gifted. Now, unfortunately, Eddington's father passed away when little Eddington right here was only 2 or 3 years old, but his educational gifts were passed on to little Arthur Eddington. And these traits that were passed on to him helped him a lot during his college education. He went to a local college in Manchester when the time came, and like many of these astronomers, he was highly praised for his mathematical ability, winning several awards during his time at the school. Now, of course, he carried this love of mathematics into the astronomy field, and Mr. Eddington right here is known for some quite amazing discoveries, including pioneering in astrophysics, in other words, how the planets and celestial bodies move, graphing the evolution of stars. Many of you remember the little mini-series that I did about stars, a star's life, and all the different types of stars. Sir Arthur Eddington was in charge of all that. And, quite surprisingly, Arthur Eddington was the leading scholar in the theory of relativity at the time, slightly before Albert Einstein caught attention on that subject. Now, Eddington, in his discoveries, was a prolific writer in all accounts, publishing many of his findings. You can still find some of his writings today. Some of these are even philosophical in a sense. Eddington was known for being both philosophical and logical in expressing his studies. And he was also the head of several scientific institutions, like the Royal Astronomical Society of England. And after all of these achievements, he eventually became knighted by one of the royal family members, I can't remember which, but he was knighted in 1930 for his amazing scientific discoveries. And even after his passing in the 40s, like many of these astronomers, he has become a true treasure in the astronomy world. Well, that's about it for Sir Arthur Eddington, for now. I do thank you for joining me on this little entry. I do apologize if this is a bit shorter than normal, but I do have some very busy things coming up lately. Quite frankly, it has to deal with the latest arrival of 2 astronauts on the International Space Station at the time of this recording. Real quick, a big shout out to the collaboration between NASA and SpaceX on their latest endeavors in spaceflight. I do salute these 2 institutions for their discoveries and progress towards human exploration. Well, before we say ta-ta, let's go ahead and see what our next topic shall be. And it looks like the next topic to be will be on a probably a recognizable name. Let's see if you recognize this one. Edwin Hubble. Edwin Hubble. That sounds like a certain instrument of observation that I might recall, or you might recall. That is going to be a very interesting topic to discuss later on. But for now, I bid you ta-ta. If you have any science-y related questions rummaging around in your mind, please feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. Who knows, your question might be featured on the next segment. And with that, I'd better go out there and to the space station and work on some stuff. But until then, I bid you ta-ta, my friends, in 3, 2, 1.